the Audrey
and Jeremy Show! On this episode...
Hey everybody, my name is Carolina Elias and I am your guest host for today. I've been friends with Jeremy and Audrey for about 2 years, and I have a sister with Down syndrome. Her name is Angelica. She is 28 years old. I work in television. I was a producer on Born This Way, and I really love the Down syndrome community. And we have a very cool episode planned for you today, right guys?
Right.
Yeah.
So, welcome to your own show. How does it feel?
Really good.
Yeah? You know what?
It feels so real.
Feels, surreal?
Yeah.
So, happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Yeah.
So, that's what our episode's about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to have a cool chat about Down syndrome.
Sick.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, what is Down syndrome?
Oh, wow.
Well, Down syndrome is like a gift for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a blessing.
You're right.
It's a blessing to have a disability.
You mentioned it earlier, chromosomes, right? So, the reason Down syndrome happens is because when an individual is born, they have 3 copies of chromosome 21.
Yeah.
And that's why World Down Syndrome is today on March 21st. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to say that.
I thought you said today.
Yeah, yes. Because that is when it's airing, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not really, we're not filming this today, but it's,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay.
So what do we do on World Down Syndrome Day today?
I think it's basically events.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, World Down Syndrome Day is a worldwide event.
Mhm.
So, like, if there was another country that has a giant group of people with Down syndrome, they will have to do, like, their fun things. Like, what they think it's fun for them to do.
Yeah, so it's like around the world, right?
Yeah, it's a worldwide thing
Yep, you know why?
that everybody does.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's because some countries were campaigning to, they were like, hey, Down syndrome's a pretty big deal. We should celebrate it. So, like, in the early 2000s, they were celebrating it, but they were like, this has to happen worldwide. So in 2011, they talked to the United Nations, and the United Nations was like, you're right, we should celebrate people with Down syndrome. And the first ever World Down Syndrome Day was on March 21st, 2012.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was
Wow.
kind of cool.
Cool, right?
Really cool
Yeah.
what the history about Down syndrome.
Yeah.
It's basically, you can do this.
Yeah, you can do this. You
Yeah.
can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
You can do anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what today's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
To celebrate you, to celebrate everything you've accomplished and everything you will accomplish.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Because, so basically, every World Down Syndrome Day, there's a theme. Okay, so this year's theme is improve our support systems. And I'm going to read my little cards here, okay? So
Okay.
this is information you can find on worlddownsyndromeday.org. And so basically, what we're trying to, what worlddownsyndromeday.org is trying to promote this year is that, you need support to enjoy your right to make important decisions about your own lives, like opening a bank account. You need to, be able to live independently in the community, be included in education, get health care, have a job, So that's what we're trying to promote awareness for and make sure that you guys have, great support systems. Who's your support system?
Wow.
My whole family, my friends, well, my boyfriend over here, of course, because he's part of the team. Colleen is also part of my team.
That's
She's a
right.
great support person.
Thanks, buddy.
Julie Reister, who is also part of my team.
She's back there.
Yeah. I have a lot of people. I have a lot of friends.
Yeah, a lot of support. You got a good support system.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
I
you?
have a lot of people.
Well, okay, for me, it's basically my family. What else? Carolina. Julie Reister. And my dad. My dad is also part of my support. What else? I have a lot of friends, but I'm not going to name all of them.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And I wish one day that could be awesome. Could work with me is Tim Murphy. That'd be kind of cool.
Nice. But so Tim Murphy, you go surfing with him, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's fun. You can surf, dude.
Yeah, good.
I've seen you.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. Multiple times.
And we'll get into more of that later.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask, just for people who maybe are just finding us right now on TikTok, or haven't really been following you, because this is your 5th episode. You guys are doing pretty great.
That's really good.
Yeah. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
So, what is it like having Down syndrome?
Okay, this is a good question. I'll let Jeremy answer first.
Yes, that's what I answer. The best part of being Down syndrome is I have it and have more opportunities.
What opportunities have you had?
Acting, especially my podcast. Dance opportunities, and I'm very excited that, and I'm a very awesome son.
Awesome son, awesome
Yeah.
friend, yeah?
Yeah.
What about you, Audrey?
What was the question?
It was, what's it like having Down syndrome, or what's the best part about having Down syndrome?
Having Down syndrome is a blessing. Both of my parents were very surprised when I was a kid that I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I had this doctor. He was the person that told both of my parents that I had Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very hard message for my parents
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't know how to process all of it.
Mm-hmm. But okay, so you bring up a good point, right? So when your parents got the diagnosis, and they found out that you were going to have Down syndrome, it was a lot to process, and we've had a lot of conversations over the last couple of years, and we go to different events where we hear moms and dads talk about that. What would you say, knowing like who you are today and what you've done, if you could talk to a parent who just got the diagnosis that their baby is going to have Down syndrome, what would you say to those parents?
You have to love that person, take care of the person, and make sure they are going to be the next generation of good people.
Yeah.
They have to make sure they're included in everything.
Yeah.
And for me, it's saying congratulations. I keep saying that because it's important for people, especially their parent, as their child with Down syndrome, or having a born baby with Down syndrome. It's a blessing. Don't hate it. Just keep loving them.
Embrace it, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know what, I'm going to get that person some confidence, strong, and
So what you're basically saying is for the parents to,
nurturing them.
nurture the babies?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Make sure they have proper health.
proper
Yeah.
health. See what's possible, right? Because anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I think that's really cool, Jeremy, because we've talked about that before, where you've been a public speaker, and they've asked you what you would say, and you said congratulations. You wouldn't say I'm sorry. Typically, that is what doctors say.
Yeah.
My sister was born almost 30 years ago, and
Wow.
and even 30 years ago, and that's like in the 90s.
That's-
I mean, you weren't born yet, but.
No, but
Yeah, I know
I
I
wish I
wasn't
was.
born
I
yet.
wish I was.
Yeah, but, that's not that long ago. And even, back then they were saying, I'm sorry. And look at you guys, you guys are doing so great. Just podcasts, and you're a sophomore in college. You have like 100 jobs.
I'm not gonna say I have 100 jobs. I have not 100, but
Close.
multiples of it.
Well, it kind of sounds like that, though.
It
Yeah.
feels like I have 4 or 5 jobs a day.
I also love that you keep looking at yourself on the monitor.
Thank you.
So wait, why don't you tell me about your jobs?
I started with Irvine BMW for 3 years.
Okay.
Also, I started working in a cafe with my siblings. What else? I am now currently Down for Dance assistant,
Mm-hmm.
and I work with SoCal Therapy with Tim Murphy,
Yeah, you got I told you, almost 100.
and I also
Yeah.
am a board of director for Club 21.
There you go. That's where you were public speaking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you said. say congratulations, not I'm sorry.
Nope. You belong there. You belong there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You belong there.
Yep.
That's okay. So wait. So Down for Dance assistant.
Yep.
That is the group you dance with, and that's who you're dancing with later today at Pacific Park. Where is it?
Pacific City.
Pacific City in
Ci-
Huntington.
Nice, nice, nice. That's a big celebration that the Down Syndrome Association of Orange County has.
Yeah.
Shout out, Kelly.
Shout out to Kelly Perez.
So you do that. You do SoCal surf therapy with Tim.
Correct, yep.
You help out Rocco, who's little Rocco from Born This Way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, it was a good show,
was
right?
really
Yeah,
good,
thank
yeah.
you. Get those ratings.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it again.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. So, and then what else? So, and then you did BMW for a while. You were there during the pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah, what were you doing? You were like stocking stuff and.
I was actually in the parts department. I was giving parts to mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people there, but I know every time I go in there, I will say hi.
Mm-hmm.
And
How often do you go to BMW?
not anymore now.
Okay.
Not anymore
Like,
now.
how many cars
because
are you buying, buddy?
I'm not buying. I don't have a car.
I
And-
don't either, by the way.
Okay.
But one day I will.
Yeah, you will.
And it's important for people with Down syndrome, especially living independently, get in a car. Don't let somebody who will, like a stranger, say, "Hey, I got candy in my car," or money in my
Kidnapping.
car. It's called kidnapping.
Kidnapping. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, whatever you are, tell your mom where you are.
Yeah. Even
Oh, a better idea, just keep your phone with you.
Keep
If
your
anything
phone-
bad happens, just
Contact your
call
mother.
911 or call your mom.
That's what
that's
I
right.
want.
You gotta.
Or run away from it.
Yeah, we got to know where you are, and I'll let you in on a secret. My mom even has me on Life 360.
Oh, I also have that app. My whole family has
Yeah.
that app.
I have that app too with my mom.
Guys, I'm 40.
That's okay, because your mom needs to know where you are.
That's right.
It is important for people with, especially with Down syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
and it's even harder, not right now, but with people with Down syndrome, sometimes it's very difficult with transportation.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Like, but hopefully to get access to a car, maybe, or one day, like, if you're like me, I drive it, or not. I don't drive, but every person could drive me.
Yeah.
But if you want to live independently, you might need to go to access, or maybe let somebody drive you. Let somebody you can trust.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So good. So now, so you did BMW, SoCal Surf, Down
Yeah.
for Dance, board member at T21. Is
Yep.
that's yeah. And then, well, I'm exhausted already.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
And you're a podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on.
But I can do anything. Yeah, I can do anything.
You can.
Yeah, I
And
could.
you are,
Yeah, I am.
right? So, and speaking of doing anything, Audrey, you are a sophomore in college.
Yes, I am sophomore in college. I go to 2 community colleges. I go to OCC and Orange. I go to OCC and Coastline. I also, when I was a kid, I was a New York Times Square star. I was in 3 different Fancy Nancy books. If you don't know what Fancy Nancy is, go back to a couple of episodes and you might figure out why.
Nice plug, buddy.
Thank you. I am also a player public speaker for Club 21. I also have a podcast. This podcast in particular. The Audrey and Jeremy Show. Stay in tune.
Yeah, definitely. And please follow us too.
And Jeremy's still looking at himself in the monitor.
The one thing I forgot to mention is I was also in Miss Amazing Junior Teen Queen. I was a queen for almost 2 years.
Whoa.
By the way, it was very fun. It was really fun doing it.
What do you do? I've heard of it, yeah.
So, Miss Amazing is a pageant that can show off your talent. So what I did, I can't believe I was the queen. I did a dance to a song called Champion by Carrie Underwood and Ludacris.
Yep.
Oh, and if you are those people, please follow us, by the way. So I did a dance to that song. The most surprising thing that nobody ever knew except for my family and my friends is that I can rap.
I was about to say that.
So I rapped there, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And they were screaming. So at the time, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I wasn't a huge fan of people screaming in my ears.
Well, it was just scary and loud, right?
Yeah, and I really wanted my headphones, but
Yeah.
I didn't have my headphones,
Oh.
so I performed without them. Honestly, it wasn't that bad at all until they all started to scream, and I'm like, okay, well, this is great,
You liked it?
kind of.
You liked it?
Well, I happy for it since I was a little girl,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of naturally born into
Wait,
that.
do you remember the rap? Could you rap for us?
Oh,
She's putting you into the spot.
I can. Okay, I can try. I can try.
Give me like 10 seconds.
Tease for the courage, I persist in the drama. Aids from my attitude, look to the patience. When it comes to ghosts and the embers of motivation, God consists the peace, persevere. Actions from integrity, innovative career, or optimistic, up and never trust, because they never get away, because I'm never giving up. See me accelerated, I just did it from the heart. Question competition and doing it from the start. Show me all about the principles. Carrie.
Carrie!
Ludacris, please follow us. I'm going to keep on plugging until you do it.
Well, we'll see if we can reach out, okay?
I hope so.
Okay, great.
If not, it's okay too.
I can't believe you remembered that just off the top of your head, dude.
Well, I have to do it frequently.
Why do you do that frequently?
I don't know.
Just in the bathroom, just like in the mirror?
Is it a workout for you?
Yeah, what is
No, just
champion?
okay. This really weird thing happens when you listen to music every day,
Yeah.
and that song comes up. It's like stuck in your head.
I mean,
You get that, right, guys?
I get it, but I
I
don't know
get
how a
it.
whole rap.
Me either.
Do a whole rap.
I'm a terrible rapper.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, it stuck in my head and it keeps on rolling, so I always have to sing one song that comes to my head.
That's
Mine, I
awesome.
can rap
Yeah.
one dance, but I cannot even rap.
No, it's
No.
okay. You can dance while she raps.
Yeah, we could do that.
That works.
Yeah.
Is that your next job?
No, no.
I know what my future job is,
What's
but
your
I'm
future-
gonna wait until the question comes up.
Oh, okay. Well, what if it doesn't? Just tell us right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's true. I want to own a business, my art business.
Okay.
I'm gonna start out small, so I like to call it stepping stones to success.
Okay.
I start with greeting cards, and then I work my way up to working with celebrities for their albums.
Oh, album covers.
Yeah,
Right. You
'Cause I
mentioned
feel like
that.
that'd be super cool.
You mentioned that in episode 1
I did.
with Rad
I
Camp
did.
with Katie and Megan. Go back and watch it.
Yeah, keep,
Yeah, you
keep
should.
watching that because that is interesting.
Yeah, that was a good episode. People on
Yeah.
TikTok are actually asking about that. Like, you guys are building a following, and everybody just thinks you guys are so cool.
Hey,
Yeah, we're awesome people. People need to follow us. We're so
especially
awesome.
Carolina.
Oh,
is
you.
pretty awesome.
Oh, you guys. Well, you know what was cool? You know what I posted the other day? It was that video of you guys trying to find Claim Jumper.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
my dad saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, it was-
and then my
Yeah,
dad pointed
too.
out, "Hey, there was you," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you but see? So here's what I thought was cool about that. Okay, so we just went to the mall. We had no plans.
No.
I had a microphone on each one of you.
Yep.
And I was like, go. And you guys could do whatever you wanted, and you wanted to find Claim Jumper. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've never really been to South Coast Plaza, so I didn't get the whole concept of like here and the bridge and cross, all that, right? So when you guys were looking at the directory, I was like, I don't know where we're going, but we did it, right? And we,
Yep.
we walked
did.
around for how long?
40, an hour and 45?
And it feels like it was longer than that. It
think
felt
it was
like
an
it
hour.
was like 2 to 3 hours of just trying to find
Wait,
Claim
It
Jumper.
felt like 2 to 3 days is what it felt.
Okay.
like.
Yeah, it
and I
kinda
felt like it
did.
was
It
like
kinda
an
did.
hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been there all the time, and the first choice was Ruby's,
Yeah.
which is where we were.
Yeah, we were already there, but you guys were like, no, let's just go to Claim Jumper.
But Jimmy, I mean, so it's okay. Let me explain this better.
Okay.
So I wanted to do a would you rather question, which was would you rather want to go to Ruby's or Claim Jumper? Jimmy said Claim Jumper,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and I said in my head that Claim Jumper's on the other side.
Yeah. Next time, say it out loud.
say that loud and
So-
then you
so we all
scream
know.
at me now.
No. What I want to commend you guys on though is that for that whole hour and a half that we walked around the mall, you know, you guys were so patient with each other. You communicated. You held hands. You were still loving. Like whenever I've been in a relationship, you know, me and my partner, I was not patient. I would get frustrated. You know, so it was just like a lesson in, you know, just communication and love and just, you know,
Yeah.
existing. Because did you guys watch it? Right? You saw it.
Oh yeah,
How many- how
I
many-
saw
I
it.
definitely
multiple
saw it.
How many
times.
times did you see it?
Well, I saw one on TikTok,
Give us those views.
and then I saw one on Instagram.
Okay.
Then I saw one on Facebook.
Great, get
By
it.
the way, I always go on Facebook every morning for
Okay.
no reason.
Well, just because, you know, everything's there. But yeah, give us all
Yeah.
the views.
I liked it.
Yeah, you guys, it was,
I thought we were really funny.
I think that my favorite part when I said, "Do you miss me?"
you thought that was funny?
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny that the day that I told you guys that I didn't wanted to tell my mom that we had like a dessert until she saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're like, "Did you eat a brownie?" And I'm like, "Okay, yes, I kind of spilled it on me, but don't get mad at me."
That's what happens when you're an influencer. There's no
Yeah.
secrets. Your mom's going to know you
Yeah.
ate a Reese's brownie at Claim Jumper. It's, you know.
Well, I also didn't want them to know that I made like a little stain on my white shirt.
It's okay. Oh yeah, you hit it with your
You hit it.
your strap of your purse.
I
You
did
hit
because
it.
I didn't want my mom to notice that.
That's okay. It's
My
fine.
mom noticed, and I don't even care.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Because yeah,
All that
It was
matters
good.
is what you made the decision or not.
yeah, and you made your own choices,
Yeah.
right? You want to like. Because
Yeah.
there's a new core down video that came out. You know, I want to be where the decisions are made. You made your own decision to eat that Reese's brownie.
Yeah.
Ain't it? By
That's
the
worth
way,
it.
was worth it.
It was
Yeah.
worth it. There you
It
go.
was really worth
Okay.
it.
All right, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
we
I don't want
talked
to talk
for I
about
don't know how
Reese's.
long.
That's okay. It was funny.
It
So
was.
wait, so okay, what I think is cool. So I told you guys I have a little sister with Down syndrome. I'm the middle child. We have an older brother.
Yep.
Jeremy,
Yes.
you have an older sister.
Correct.
You're the middle, and then you
Yep.
have a younger brother.
Yep.
Audrey, you are the oldest, and you have a younger brother, and then your sister's the youngest, right?
Right.
So, who wants to go first? Like, who wants to tell me what it's like, you know, having typical siblings when you have Down syndrome?
Me and my sister and my brother both started different friendships. We have friendships. When I was in high school, me and my brother would like to drive together because, by the way, I can't drive a car during that time. So we drove together, listening to rap music because that's what we like. We also love going to Disneyland together.
Yeah.
The last time I did end up going to Disneyland when my brother was here this week. It was really fun and I missed it. So I'm glad that I did that. I also have a friendship and a relationship with my sister. We both love musical theater. We both love to perform on stage. We both love going to concerts together. We go to basically like every concert we know that we go to together.
But what's it like? Like, what would you...
How it feels like to have fun with my siblings is like the best. A typical. Okay, I'm getting upset right now.
So, okay, so what's...
You may have to repeat the question.
Yeah, no problem. So, what I asked was, okay, you're the oldest of 3 kids. You have Down syndrome, and your brother and your sister don't. So, like, what's that like? Like, what do you guys do together? What do you think you can do that maybe they can't? I think something's coming up that I think you can do that they can't.
Okay, yes. I will be 21 in probably not that long from now.
That's right.
So I can drink and they can't. Being the first is kind of great, honestly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having siblings that can back you up. My brother is a little bit taller than me, but stronger. So if one of us got talked down to, or be into anything, my brother would save me.
Yeah.
He's also a math genius. When I need help, I ask him.
Well,
anyway.
yeah. Can I call him? Because I'm not a math genius. I might need some help.
Don't worry,
I just
I'm
got
terrible
it.
with math too.
Okay, good. So wait, so is that what you're trying to say is, your brother's got your back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of my siblings have my back.
Both of
But my brother is stronger and he's a man now, so he can back me up. My sister can back me up in other things, but
Yeah. Well, no one's gonna fight or anything, right?
No,
Like, yeah.
no.
But just,
No.
he can just scare him a little bit.
yeah,
Well,
make him pee a little bit.
Okay.
no,
Weird, but
no.
All right. Anyways,
Okay.
Jeremy, hey.
Yes, hey.
So-
It's missed me?
Yeah. Did you miss me? Yeah. I love that part when you get out of the elevator.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So, Jeremy.
Yes.
You have an older sister.
Correct.
She lives in San Diego.
Yep,
You live at home,
correct.
and your brother lives in.
Canada.
Okay. So tell me about that. What's that like?
That's interesting. And now I'm the only child now. Being the middle child is not a terrible. Having an older sister is amazing. I really love her. As my younger brother, if you watch this, Matthew, I love you, bro. I FaceTimed my brother yesterday, and he's doing well. He's doing well, and talked to his girlfriend Charlotte, and that's his girlfriend. And then
yeah.
my older sister, she is working.
What does she do?
She is working with Kaiser with eating disorders.
She's a therapist.
Yeah, my sister never teased me, and my brother definitely teased me.
Just like a typical sibling relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one thing they can do is both of them can drive, except me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because I like people driving me around.
Yeah, you can just be on your phone.
Yeah.
No.
I have
can
I have
socialize
the
with
same
them.
thing too.
Socialize
I have
with
the
them.
same thing too.
Yeah.
I like
both of my
yeah.
siblings can drive and I can't. so.
Yeah.
I like my brother. My sister and I got married in 2022
Oh.
in November.
I saw a video of that. You unbuttoned your shirt? You were just
I didn't even start doing that.
Yeah.
That was not even me.
So who did it?
My cousin Lauren. Thank you, Lauren.
Well, you're a good dancer. You can whip and nay, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. My mom doesn't have favorites, and I keep telling her, "Who's your favorite?" She asked me, it was me, because I was the gold of the rainbow.
You're the gold at the end, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, okay, this is, my sister's a credible sister, and my brother is a credible brother. And I love them equally. And it's called unconditional love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the same thing, right? I love the relationship I have with my sister. We have so much fun, and like that's the thing though. You were saying that sometimes you said your brother teased you.
I don't
Yeah,
mind that.
Yeah, like I make sure I tease my sister because hey, like my brother got to tease me, I'm gonna tease my sister. Like it's
wow.
only fair, right?
My sister never teased me at all.
Oh, well, she's really nice.
She's very nice. She's kind of like a mother to me. Kind of like when my mom's going out of town, she will probably cut up my food. And one day, she would be a great mom to a child.
Oh, that's very nice.
And I'm
Buddy.
glad that
That
she's
is
kind of...
very sweet and heartwarming.
Yeah, because I love my sister. Kind of like I like my brother too.
Nice.
Not like...
Yeah, throw that in
I
there.
don't like him a lot, but
Yeah.
I didn't say that because...
You love him. You love
I
him.
love him as an equal.
You love them equally. So
Yes.
All right. Well, so that's cool. So basically, for people listening to us right now, having a child with Down syndrome and then having other typical children, it's just a regular sibling relationship, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's totally fun.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I have something else here that I wanted to bring up. Right?
Yes.
So, as I was saying, World Down Syndrome Day has different themes each year.
Yeah.
Last year's theme was "Assume I Can, So Maybe I Will." Right? You remember that? That was
Yeah, I remember that
that was a pretty
advertisement.
cool. That was a pretty cool video. And
I-
you guys made your own video.
Yep.
Assume
We did.
assume that you guys can be in a relationship, right? Like a healthy relationship.
Yes.
Right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
You
it.
want to tell me about it?
I also did one for my high school speech.
Yep.
But
Let's talk about the relationship one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I loved it. I keep watching it over and over and over because not because I was wearing my BMW shirt. It was, assume I can date. People with Down syndrome can date. If they don't want to, that's fine. If they do, they do. And that video just keep playing in my head, and it's a beautiful moment.
Yeah, because you guys are in a great relationship.
Yeah, very healthy.
Yeah, very healthy. What do you think, Audrey?
I think this is a better relationship. To be honest with you, I never actually had a relationship before, so this is my first time.
It's a pretty great one. You got a good track record.
Yeah. We both have everything in common, which is what we're supposed to with each other all the time.
Well, you've known each other since you guys were kids.
Our whole lives.
Yeah. Almost, right? So there was that PSA, but then a few months ago, you guys got to be in your own PSA.
Correct.
With
Yes.
National Down Syndrome Society.
Yes.
And
wow, I think I remember this.
you remember that. It was, you guys were in Town 21, which
Yeah.
is, the ideal, like, what we could only hope for people with Down syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Where you can, there's inclusion, there's everything great, but
Exactly.
you played the role of a bride and groom.
Yes.
And
we did a fake wedding, everybody.
Yeah, so-
and it was great.
But you know what? But there also had to be real emotions there because,
Yeah.
Jeremy, you saw Audrey in a wedding dress and you saw your man in a tuxedo and you were putting
Yeah.
rings on each other's fingers. What was that like?
We're both feel the same thing.
I don't really know.
You don't know?
I think I might know.
What?
It feels great, honestly. It feels like normal. Like not every, but like people with Down syndrome can get married one day. Like us do. Like we're a couple.
People with Down syndrome do get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And,
like,
It
I
feels
think
great.
It's the benefits.
right. And so that's the part of Town 21 that
Yeah.
National
Yeah.
Down Syndrome Society was trying to say,
Yeah.
because if two people with Down syndrome get married, then they'll lose their benefits. Like, it's a
Correct.
whole thing, and you
Yeah.
guys should just have equal rights.
Yep.
Right? That's,
Yeah.
That's having a healthy relationship is good communication, and it's important for people to communicate with your partner.
So I was on set that day,
Sure, yeah.
and I got to see you guys, and it was take after take, and it was like, you may kiss the bride, and you had no problem kissing the bride over and over.
Yeah, it
That was
took
fun.
like a lot of tries to get the perfect one.
Well, yeah, but you guys have had some practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our practice was trying to make sure they could get the right part of
That's
the
right.
That was a very long
advertisement, which
one.
is why we did it multiple times.
Right.
Yeah.
So wait, so Jeremy, so how did that feel?
Great. It's a great opportunity to get fake married. If you're listening to this, I love it's so neutral to me that how I want to get married one day to this one.
Yeah.
And
It feels natural.
if it's so natural for me to have a ring on in my finger, and it means that you love that person.
And you love this person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about her.
I
You-
know.
Yeah.
You met the person
Next to
you
me.
met the person next to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about me.
He's talking about you.
Yeah.
He loves you.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It
Yeah.
felt natural, even though, because maybe, I don't know, like, I just thought that was really interesting to
Yeah.
see you guys play that role after knowing you for so long, and
That was
and
cool.
and just kind of like, what would that,
Yeah.
did that get you excited for the future?
Yeah, it totally does.
Definitely.
Definitely. Now we are a couple.
You've been a couple for how many years now?
Almost
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Our anniversary's coming up. It feels great as a couple.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
I do want your listeners to know this really cool story
Okay.
about you guys.
Cool.
You guys did mention that you've known each other your whole lives.
Yeah.
Basically. And Jeremy, he knew that he liked you. But what did you do, Jeremy? Why did you wait, and what did you do?
I asked her on her 18th birthday party,
My celebration.
her celebration. So I asked her dad about asking her to be my girlfriend. And he said, yes, of course, I want my daughter to have a relationship with you. Now I found it. And she's right here.
Aww. So cute. Yeah, that was very cute. When I heard that story, that was well done.
Do you
sir.
ever cry about that?
I cry all the time about that because it's so sweet.
Thank you. My brother does that too.
Yeah, does he do that too?
Always.
Well, guys, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon.
Cool, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
is there anything else that you want to tell people for World Down Syndrome Day?
Be happy. Celebrate.
Yeah.
Woo!
Celebrate and have fun and treat others respect and loved. And if you watch this, don't eliminate people with Down syndrome. So thank you for watching.
Don't limit people with Down syndrome,
Yeah.
right? Yep. But you guys remember how I told you I mentioned that I have a sister with Down syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
you do.
Yeah, I have a sister
Yeah.
with Down syndrome, and she's here today.
Yes, she
Hey,
is here.
Angelica, come here. She's been waiting for this
Yeah.
for an hour. So we're gonna let her sit here for a second.
Okay.
Come here, dude. Get a seat, okay?
Look at that.
All right.
Look at that.
Okay. Hey, do you want to say something in the microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Hi, my name is Angelica.
That's Angelica. Do you have a question for Jeremy and Audrey?
Hey, Audrey,
What's your question?
are you happy?
Well, that's a great question. I am happy. I'm happy about everything in my life. How about you?
Me, I'm happy that I see Angelica today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fun.
It's been
It's
so
fun,
long since
Since you
Walk on Water event.
you guys met surfing, remember
Yeah,
that?
you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She really likes this, guys. I think.
It's my nails.
Oh, she got her nails. Why don't you show the
I
camera?
love.
That's-
Show the
I
camera.
love that nails.
That's pretty.
Very pretty.
I like him.
All right,
I like
guys.
them a lot.
Well, I think we had a pretty good chat. What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, random questions. Yeah,
Oh,
let's do that. I
Okay,
forgot
we're
about
not done yet.
We're not
We
done.
have
Yeah.
more.
We got more to do. Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
just kidding, we're not wrapped yet.
Nope.
Not
because
yet.
We forgot random questions.
After that, we'll be done.
You would think your producer would remember. but
It's
thankfully
called the rapid fire question.
Yes.
We've got
Very
Julie
quick.
over there that's keeping us on track, huh?
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
helps us to remind us to do them.
Yeah.
So let's do
Thank
them.
you. Let's do 'em.
Can you still hear me over here? Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still hear.
we could hear.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So, one of our first question. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine that you were getting interviewed by a major magazine.
Ooh.
Manifest.
Okay.
Yeah, remember?
Okay.
You will be on the cover. Which magazine and where? Wait. Which magazine will you be interviewed? Like, which one do you want to be interviewed for?
Vogue.
Oh, wow.
I want to be doing Vogue
Okay.
because I can pose like Vogue.
For me, People Magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are they going to interview you about?
Working out.
That, yeah. Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
that actually brings us to our next question.
Amen.
And I'll just read them off, okay?
Okay.
If your body was allowed to do only one exercise for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Oh, wow.
Under mine,
What?
dancing.
That's
Non-stop dancing.
I'm a dancer, but I'm not going to say that for my answer. But I'm going to say weightlifting.
weightlifting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Angelica, what's your favorite exercise?
Dancing.
Dancing? She
Hey,
likes
Yeah.
dancing?
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't like to exercise.
Really?
So what do you like to do?
No, I like
could
my
be a personal
Peloton bike. I like the good old Peloton.
Okay, that's good.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
And I forgot. So, what magazine would you like to be interviewed for?
My mom will say hi.
Your mom says
To
hi.
you.
Yep. My mom says hi to you guys.
Hey. Yes.
Shout out to our mom.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, and our last question is, what job would you never want?
Okay.
Wow.
Working with boats.
Working with boats?
I would love that.
Not
one.
want to work with boats.
What do you have against boats?
The ocean?
No. No, not the oil of the boat. No.
The
it's like-
ocean. He said the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, I love the ocean. But there are
Too much.
other stuff about boats.
Okay. Jeremy, what job do you not want?
Wow. I've been thinking about this all the time. I love different type of jobs, but one thing I didn't like to work is a janitor at school. Because it's so hard when people will keep talking to you and
you have to clean.
you get to clean.
Yeah.
But it's not the. But it's one thing to clean up, and you get to clean trash in the bathrooms, and it sounds not a good job for me.
Yeah, no cleaning?
No cleaning,
No.
but I love cleaning anyways.
Okay, Lika, what job do you not want?
Laundry. Wash dishes.
You don't want to wash the dishes or do laundry?
Yeah.
Oh, you understood that one, huh?
Wow, and you come do that too.
What job do I not want? I don't want anything that has to do with heights.
Ooh,
I
Yeah.
don't like being up very high. I don't want to be a skydive instructor.
I don't either.
No, yeah, no.
My cousin does that
So yeah, I'm
stuff.
afraid of heights. That's a big one for me.
kind of like you almost went to the roller coaster with me,
Yeah,
and we decided not to because she was scared of heights.
yeah.
And
I'm
I said,
afraid.
if we go to Disneyland again, I definitely not going to put that right with you.
Yeah, you know I'm afraid of heights,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah. Well, dudes, you guys, we did it.
Okay,
Okay,
yay,
awesome.
we're
Wait,
done.
done.
Wait.
Wait, what?
So,
Okay.
okay, so guys, all right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for welcoming my sister. Thank you for letting me guest host.
That was pretty
This was
awesome.
pretty fun. I got a taste
Well
of
done.
the podcast life. I like it.
Me too. I love it. I love it a lot.
You guys have a cool job. I'm very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys are doing really great. We're gonna go celebrate you today. Happy World
I
Down.
saw you on Instagram, Jimmy.
Yes, you have. I've been posting a lot.
And everybody else at home can see him on Instagram too,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
Audrey and Jeremy Show.
Please follow
And stay in tune.
the Audrey and Jeremy show.
All right, we got one more thing to say, and,
Whoa.
it's ready. Happy
Happy
World
World Down Day. Woo!
Day! Oh, does that work?
What?
Oh, over here. Oh, look in the camera.
I'm looking at the camera. I don't know what I'm looking
Okay,
at.
ready, guys? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Nailed it! Woo woo!
Yeah.
You did it. Clap.
The Audrey
And Jeremy show.